from a quieter decade in the lamp-flecked spray.
You held the sea glass rings away. Some people hold their breath.
A gull calling inland kept the outer world in place, while the inner one revived itself around your face.
Summertide telegram,
leave the line half drawn. Some old song, do better going on.
If the porter-tide cashier or usher calls us back to ground,
Leave your better weather hanging round. I have seen the grandest rooms fall flat at one wrong word. This one stayed alive because it knew what not to say.
there is artistry in measure, in withholding, in delay.
That is how your smallness took the day. A little lower on the breath,
A little truer in the eyes.
that was where the whole arrangement found its size.
Summertide telegram,
Leave the line half drawn.
some old song, do better going on.
If the porter-tide cashier or usher calls us back to ground, leave your better weather hanging round. When the bright world takes the last word from hotel signs,
And the brass bands slur,
I will still be living by that flirt. of palm again. The tide under plants went about its unromantic roll. Till the room gave up the gentler soul. Keep it almost small.
Do not let the evening
Overstay it all.
if the set breaks down.
Before the final whisper finds its key.
Feel the softer half of me.
Nothing in that hour required a grander kind of claim.
Only poise enough to leave a mark without a name.
That is how the salt air learned a scuttery gleam.
By borrowing the contour of a dream.
They motel blue.
Keep it almost small.
Do not let the
Overstay it all.
if the set breaks down.
Before the final whisper finds its key. Feel the softer half of me.
When morning sweeps the room and calls all there back to you,
I will still be here. What it cannot lose.
the salt stars shone briefly in the pure music around the seawall.
You never left the moment, and it honored you with faith.
The fairy horn made a faint mechanical hymn. in the east.
That is often where the soul survives the pain.
So let the scratches, sighs, and lamp noise have their due.
They only make more honest room for you.
Just enough breath,
Just enough breath,
just enough floor beneath the
when noon falls back the curtain from shoreline dark.
and the corners lose their tune.
I will still be hearing what became our own.
From the carousel gate, dull cries reach the hem of your coat.
You balance the lantern string lightly, like a promise left afloat.
Out there, roller coaster timbers kept the shore in its old frame.
But one turn of your head revives the whole thing just the same.
Salt on the piano, your sway, where the pilings knock
Around and pray.
if the noon gulls claim the water and the dunes forget our feet.
Leave your night thoughts under every beat.
The sea is often theatrical. That night it learned restraint.
It let the dark stay weathered. Let the rains keep their paint.
And in that sit down honesty,
The coast became
to house
a softer kind of love.
salt on the piano,
Your sway
where the pilings knock
and lanterns say.
if the noon gulls claim the water and the dunes forget our feet.
Leave your night thoughts under every beat.
chapel steps in December, cold enough to show each vow. Your breath rose white against the bell, and all the bare trees listened somehow. The usher shut the red door softly. Evening folded up its sleeves, and I learned the word forever from the sound of your careful feet. Shuffle steps in December, keep that promise in the blue. Let the bell bonds hold our names, the way the frost held on to me. If the years grow loud with weather, if the world grows hard and wild, chapel steps in December, bring me back there tonight. Your gloves were ivory, your coat a hem, your hat brim wore a tiny veil. No string quartet, no marble hall, just one old star and a windy rail. Yet every plate that crossed the lamplight looked permission for the sea. And the town clock's usually careless turns ceremonial clean. Not every altar glitters, not every vow arrives in spring. Sometimes heaven chooses winter for the truest kind of rain. Chapel steps in December, keep that promise in the blue. Let the door lights burn like embers on the road that carried you. When the years grow thick with paper and the kettle starts to sing, chapel steps in December are the first place in everything. I can still feel leather soles and bell ropes under blame, like the start of love and prayer becoming one long wing. elevator hut on the terminal hotel lobby and silver in the air. You wore the satin tie like a secret only midnight ought to share. Even the elevated track seemed gentler overhead, as if the city lowered all its thunder where we said, by the window seat,
Do not be the end.
throw one small promise on the wind. If the steel and smoke turn morning before I call you mine, leave your shadow somewhere in the line.
Distant trolley bell went quiet, and the corners lost their crowd. Still your laughing kept the whole worn avenue proud.
I have never trusted cities, but I trusted them at night when they held you in their borrowed electric light. By the window
Do not be the end.
throw one small promise on the wind. If the steel and smoke turn morning before I call you mine, leave your shadow somewhere in the line. When dawn unties the street lamps and the porter shuts the gate,
I will still be there.
a moment late. The bellhouse left your message on the breakfast cloth. Blue carbon letters crushed beneath the silver tray. My coffee cooled beside the folded window curtain, and Sunday sunlight read your name before I did.
at the harbor weather. The elevator hummed like a small brass choir.
Your gloves were waiting on the wicker settee, patient as the half hour on the mantel clock.
No orchestra had started yet downstairs, but every saucer in the dining room was already swinging. Telegram linen, crease of white and whisper of cologne. You said meet me where the band begins at 7, and all the room turned gold and found that line.
Oh, that little mercy back into my pocket.
So long the afternoon can open it again.
The bellhop left your message.
The bellhop left your message. The bellhop left your The station walls were painted shell pink.
Morning freshes rouge on powdered cheeks.
Porters moved like careful black punctuation.
Through the steam and coffee-colored dawn,
Shell pink station.
keep this farewell gentle on the rail.
If the whistle must divide the air between us,
Let it leave your blush upon my face.
you sing the gardenia to my repair.
Then laugh because it trembles with the trend.
A newspaper boy cried headlines to the prison.
But all I heard was your quiet, rake me soon.
Some departed
let it leave black upon my day. That color kept appearing in my heart. There was driftwood on the suitcase from the beach road, a pale worn piece caught in the leather strap. I left it there the way one leaves a coarse page, pressed inside the pages after prom. Driftwood on the suitcase, little piece of weather travel on. When the station turns and all the rooms grow stranger, keep one shore made easy to my called my train in a patient baritone. Newspapers fluttered at the bench. Your wave was small because the morning crowd was walking, but it reached farther than the platform did. Love does not always have to be permanent. Sometimes it asks to be carried away. Driftwood on the suitcase, little piece of weather travel on. When the stations change and all the rooms grow stranger, keep one shore made easy to my song. If another summer opens like a bandstand, I will bring that quiet timber back to see. the slip where the ticket lamps were glowing. Your navy ribbon stirred in the briny light. The gangplank gave a little silver shiver, and all the harbor leaned to hear your smile. Ferry bill romance rings soft across the blackened forted day. When the last white wave goes riding through the piling, leave your name in the tide with me tonight. Deckhand stacked the rope like Sunday neckties. The newsstand shot a twisted nickel ride. You touched my sleeve and even the freight train stood still, as if they had all evening free. The timetable belonged to the company and the moon, but the crossing belonged to us. Very well romance rings soft across the black and folded day. When the last white wave goes riding through the pilings, leave your name in the tide with me tonight. Dawn unties the rope and steals the harbor color. I will still keep your bell inside my clothes. Cabin lamps wore halos in the mist. Your gloves lay drying near the lifebuoy, and every passenger kept kindly quiet. Rain on the ferry, say what daylight wouldn't let us say, with the harbor blurred to watercolor windows. We were safe inside that tender storm. none. You said my name as if it were a match flame, small but enough to warm the whole crossing. Land makes promises and straight lines and addresses. Water makes them in a voice half sung. Rain on the say what daylight wouldn't let us see. With the harbor blurred to watercolor, we were chasing sands at thunderstorms. When the gangway clanged and evening took our umbrellas, the rain kept tapping behind us both. Bought 2 tickets at the harbor window. The clerk said, well, it's fair all the way to the Cape. You drew a dean right on the paper envelope and underlined Provincetown twice in blue. 2 tickets to Provincetown, 1 for your laugh and 1 for my poor heart past the goal. The breeze, the weathered walls and painted, left the whole Atlantic chaperone. Planned for chowder, postcards, and white portraits, for gallery light and bicycles at dusk. You said the wind out there knows how to flatter every stubborn dream a city keeps. Some destinations sound like ordinary ink on paper until the right 2 hands begin to hold them. 2 tickets to Provincetown, 1 for your laugh and 1 for my poor heart past the goal. The dues, the weathered walls and painted, left the whole Atlantic chaperone. If the voyage runs a little long with weather,
for your shoulder next to
Down by the slip where the ticket lamps were glowing, your navy ribbon stirred in the briny light. The gangplank gave a little silver shiver, and oh, the harbor leaned to hear your smile. Fairy bell romance rings soft across the black and folded bay. When the last white wake goes riding through the pilings, is your name in the tide with me?
Sunday necktie, new sand started cricket nickel rhyme. You touched my sleeve, and even the freight train stood still, as if they had all evening free. The timetable belongs to the company and the moon, but the crossing belongs to us. Fairy bell rings soft across the glass and folding there. When the last white wake goes riding through the pines, leave your name